Logging is one of the deadliest professions in North America. Every day, loggers battle rough terrain, powerful machines capable of cutting limb and bone, and huge loads of timber that can crush a man. No sacrifice too great, no job too difficult, no obstacle too hard to overcome. No matter what the danger, they will return to the forest to get the cut. On average, each person in the U.S. consumes 6.3 trees per year. It may not sound like much, but add it up, and that's an average of 217,000 trees consumed per hour. While Canada is the world's largest timber exporter, the U.S. must import wood just to meet demands. The wood these men harvest will be used to make lumber for homes, chairs, printer paper, and a household necessity, toilet paper.
There's not a U.S. citizen that does not use a wood product somehow. And the neat thing about forest, it's like I was telling you earlier, it's a renewable source.
North America has 20% of all the forest in the world, making it the most forest-rich continent with approximately 8.5 million kilometers of forest land. One man who takes meeting the demand for wood very seriously is Eric Herkins, a surfer and skier turned logger who started his own logging business from the ground up.
Got my first chainsaw at 18 and pretty much haven't put it down since.
You know, who'd ever thought I'd be doing this? I didn't. Skied professionally for a few years. Had a lot of knee surgeries. Didn't make any money. Gotta eat. Saw all the trees, the forest dying. Figured I'd make a difference. Nobody else was. You counting all this? Is it all double-edged side?
When he started out, he slept in a tent just off the highway. Living among the dead timber turned Eric into an environmentally conscious logger. He takes dead trees and converts them into usable wood products.
Timing, I guess, is everything. So, you know, bought a tree company and all the trees died. So, you know, lucked out there, depending on how you want to look at it. We don't want all the trees to die. We actually go out of our way to preserve any that we can. We also utilize all the material we log, and we do reforesting also. We planted a few thousand trees just on this property alone.
Eric's company, West Coast Timber, is an operation of 10 to 50 employees that clean and thin dense forest in San Bernardino County, California.
All we do is remove dead and diseased trees. The only green trees we cut down are for, you know, development, lot clearings. Other than that, we don't log the green trees.
Today, the West Coast Timber crew will risk life and limb to cut several acres of dead and diseased trees from the area. If successful, they will secure a contract with the county and paychecks for the loggers. To get the job done, Eric hires these men to be on site with him today. They bring a range of experience and interest to the job. Johnny, an amateur logger, has only worked for Eric for several months.
Well, on the side, I train at mixed martial arts. It's something I'd maybe like to pursue full-time professionally, I guess, if it falls in place.
Brian has been logging for about 8 years.
Right in here, right in the open, right on the middle of the road. Well, right now I'm getting ready to have my first kid. Well, I'm stoked about that, that's for sure. My girlfriend has 2 kids of her own, so raising them and getting ready to raise one of my own.
Joe is the newest addition to the team. He's barely been here 2 months.
A month and a half maybe. Before that I was doing medical stuff. Before that I was working in production in Hollywood.
But the crew's varying experience levels and contrasting personalities add stress to what is already a difficult job.
Sometimes Joe just, I don't know, he's new in the industry and he thinks he knows it all. And
it's just not the kind of attitude I want around me. It's someone could get hurt because of it. He needs to just slow his pace down and learn as much as he can.
Opinions aside, the diverse team has a deadline to meet.
This is what we got to move. And there's 20 loads there, and there's 100 loads there, and then maybe another 50 out back.
Stress and the risk of injury increase as their pace of work intensifies. The career is not glamorous by any means. It is extremely dangerous, and the work can be sporadic. So it's their passion for the job that keeps them dedicated to this trade, day in and day out. In Idaho, loggers Dan Ike and Jason Hester look forward to coming to work every day.
I go out and enjoy the forest. I don't go and sit in the damn highway and look up and say, boy, that's beautiful, we got to protect it. I could watch that on TV.
Oh yeah, it's a good life. It's fun. Like I say, I get to see different things that most ordinary people don't get to see. I get to see quite a bit of wildlife, meet people in different towns, and every day is something different.
Exciting as it may be, logging is not always a lucrative career for these men. Yet the competition for this work is fierce.
There's 100 loggers fighting for the same job. So the wages are really, in the crapper, so to speak.
And with bigger and faster machines, there are higher expectations to deliver more loads of timber in the same amount of time as if they used just a chainsaw.
You get more wood out, but you're still only getting paid for the same thing. Now your equipment costs you $450,000, and really you're only making what you could have made 15, 20 years ago with the $3,500 wheel skidder and getting 1 load a day. Now you got to get 10 loads a day just to pay your payments.
The more efficient the machine is, the smaller the crew that's needed, allowing some men to work alone.
For the most part, I work by myself too, so I don't got too many people giving me shit.
Crews that use just chainsaws require more manpower. They must work as a team, as tough as it may be.
Joe,
What's up?
are you using this?
Yeah.
Well,
Why,
it
what's
won't
up?
run now. What'd you do to it?
I don't know, man. Wow.
Because he's screwing up. It's bad news.
Yeah, every second of the day, something goes wrong right here. Right here. Every time. Thanks, B. Thanks, Johnny.
It's no surprise that when novice loggers like Joe are added to the mix, the job becomes much more hazardous. Logging is one of the most dangerous jobs in North America. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, more than 200 men were killed in the last 3 years in the U.S. alone. In 2007, the fatality rate for logging workers was 86.4 per 100,000 workers, ranking it as the second deadliest job, just behind fishing.
The second you're not paying attention, you're going to get hurt. So, so far we've got a perfect record. We like to keep it that way. So, we come out and we supervise.
Coming up next, the actions of a member from Eric's crew threaten to ruin the team's perfect safety record.
Somebody's new at this company. They don't know how to do everything safely. That's how people get hurt.